fam, Stark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. And Shakira and Kitty. Who's the kitty? Who's the kittiest of them all? Who's the kittiest of them all? Anyway, sorry. Lighting's not the best this morning, and I didn't want to turn on all these lights, so you just get me like this. But you don't need to see me mainly. You need to see the charts and me practicing and getting to my goals. That's what you need to see. All right, so as always, I figured it's always a good time to see what's going on, see what we worked with yesterday, see what news we missed, because it's quite a busy day at work, so I really have time to like go crazy or whatever. And it's Friday. I mean, very cool, right? So I figured we could do some back testing. Excuse me. Looking for different setting or price bias from the monthly, weekly, daily, and then working towards that. If that sounds like a good time, let's get ready to rumble. So I'll be looking for very precise entries and exits and all that good stuff. And of course, different shifts in structure. I'm going to try to be patient. We won't be able to see the price paint because I'm going to roll it back. But we'll at least be able to see if our thoughts around where the candles landed will work. Okay. So if that sounds like a good time, drop a comment, drop a like. There's a lot of light bleeding in here. Sorry about that. That's okay. I'm gonna be tiny. Cool. All right, first things first. Let's drum up my back testing spot here, and we are on the Meshy Mesh. And I must have been using this for something else. So let's remove the drawings and let's roll it back to a monthly time frame. All right, so we are definitely very bullish at the moment. And my original thoughts, I'm gonna go with consequent encroachment on this wick, this rejection wick up here. And so let's do a little preppity prep since we're super bullish. And I like to use the GAN box to just give me exact measurements. So that's about 50% consequent encroachment. Let's add that in here. Boom, boom. And then we can get rid of that. It's not perfect, but it's close. So I feel like that's where we're headed. 42.63. Not bad. Took out this wick. We had an inside day yet, inside month. Let's go to our weekly. All right. So we think about February just started. Oops, sorry, let's go back to the monthly for a second there. Let me drop a thing here. Let's do a little with the data range. February just started, so I'm gonna go 60 days that way. And I'll drop down to the daily for this. And we'll do 60 days. It's probably not that far, right? And let me just adjust the settings for the bar so I can see. It's only 42. My estimation is not that great. 60 days. Okay. So in the last 60 days, what have we seen? The highest high for the 60 days was this guy. They took it out yesterday. Yep. I think I said that yesterday. They took it out yesterday. And they took this out too. So the next, oh wow, look at that. Consequent encroachment. I would have dropped it in here too. So the next area for them to take out on a high, but it's not within the 60-day time period, but consequent encroachment. So they took that out. What they haven't been taking out in the last 60 days, okay, thanks. or they haven't been taking out in the last 60 days. Oops, let me do this. Sorry about that. So what's the lowest low? That's the lowest low. So they haven't done that. So they've been taking out the highs, and that's been the plan. So we're pretty bullish, right? And in all honesty, we had a shift in October, right? From the bearish. So we're still pretty bullish. So who knows? Maybe they'll take up 43.6. Anyway, so they've already taken that out. So the next area of interest for me is all the way up there. So let's go to the 1 hour. And actually, let's go back to the daily. And I said we're going to do the replay, right? I did say that. So let's do this. Let's go back a bit, and we can take this out. And we already know we're bullish, so we're gonna do that. Let's replay out. That's a couple of days. Let's go back to there. In which case, my original thoughts were up here. So I'm gonna set this as my buy side that I was aiming for. Let's drop down into a 4 hour. And let's see where we are time-wise. So this is Wednesday. So this is Tuesday at 2. Okay, so what I want to do is, since this is Tuesday, I want to push things forward to Wednesday. And actually, no, we can do the afternoon session on Tuesday. Oh, did that just push it forward even further? Ah, it did, didn't it? Because I was thinking to do the afternoon session, right? So this is the 1 minute. Sorry. I was thinking to do the afternoon session on let's see, 12. What? This time is confusing me. Ah, there's Monday. Okay, so we saw the midnight open. Then we dropped. And then 8:30 happened up here in this space, and then we rallied. Yeah, I'm gonna push to Wednesday in the morning so I can so this is what, 4? Yeah, because it's all very bullish. And I would be aiming for this guy, 4109. Look over here. Let's also do a little fair value gapping. We taking all of it. Looks like. Let's zoom in on this area here. It's a couple potentials. This wick consequent encroachment on this is approximately, let's eyeball it, approximately right there. So that's another target, 4164. Right. Okay. So let's dive into it from the next day. So let's push things forward into 6. Okay, have we gotten to midnight? All right, that's midnight. So now we know opening price. And let's go midnight opening price. Now, I would be asleep for most of this, so I'm going to put this on the hour. I'm on hour. So where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's do 7 a.m. Perfect. All right, so we have opening price, 7 a.m. I am going to drop it down to the 15-minute. And what do I have? All right, so we opened here, we meandered about, we dropped, and let me understand where I am in this whole vicinity. So I have this fair value gap, and we have the sell side right here. Let's note that. So I'm very bullish, right? Based off of the higher time frame activities. Doesn't mean you can't take a short, but bullish. So what am I thinking here? This is the 15-minute, and we were just kind of meandering about. We dropped below. What time is it? 7:45. All right, so 8 o'clock. Let's see what happens at 8:30. 8:15. Okay, 8:30. So we had a bit of a shift here. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe if I can get them to come back down here, I can probably get an entry. Let's mark off this fair value gap. I don't know if they will. Who knows? And let's go to Forex Factory really quickly too to see if there are any news. So we need to pay attention to this stuff, right? Because we're playing with February 1st on Wednesday. So what do we have on Wednesday? At 8:30. So we had non-farm stuff, which came out less. I don't know if that's good or bad. So that was at 8:15. So that's that wicking right there. So the estimate was 176 and it was less than that. So I don't know. At 9:30, CAD had a PMI. So we're still at 8:30 and we wicked up. So I still don't have enough information to do anything, but I'm thinking, at least as an initial target, this guy up here as buy side. And we already know we want to go up here anyway. Okay. So I'm going to drop down to the 5 minutes and see how price unfolds here. So if I've been up early and, excuse me, they took out this area here, then I would have been wanting an entry from this general vicinity. But what I'm going to try and understand is like, do I see any price? And fun fact, I keep forgetting the whole, and I'm going to discount that wick. I'm going to put it on top of this guy right here. Okay. So like 50%, they've just come back into it to retrace back down. So they're coming into a discount. So I gotta wait for them to come down here. And my optimal trade entry is between this and this for me. We have this. The question is it going to hold up as some kind of support? So let's see what they're gonna do. Because they also have these order blocks right here that they can come back into and then run away from. So, oh, okay. So they wanted this. There's this order block right here. It's Wednesday was FOMC, right? So it's a bit of a rough day for trading, but let's see. Can we do it? So they've come into my OTE area right here. So what I'm going to look for is they can potentially come and take this out. I expect them to stay within the range, but let's drop down to the 1 minute. And we're now in a discount, so I can potentially look for a buy, right? And if I'm thinking about my order blocks right now, either I want something at this space right here, or I want it right up here with my stop loss all the way down here. So let's mark that out, right? So I'm gonna use the second one, the top of the second one for my order block, and set that as bullish. And of course, we have all of this to play with for them to mess with me. So what's going to make me feel comfortable about this, right? So they've taken sell side here, here, and here, equal lows. Is that enough for them, right? There's a tiny bit down here. Let me also note that. that they could come into. So I am going to say I want an order from down here. So let's see. And I could be wrong, obviously. So, okay, they're balancing out this fair value gap. And they could stay up here, you know, in which case I would miss the trade, but come back into the order block for the second time. So now I'm going to look for them to do something like this, right? It's a little turtle soup action, right? Then I can get somewhere and get in somewhere in this general vicinity. And then we're off to the races, something like that. So let's see. So we're continuing down. We've come into the fair value gap. They've tapped it and they took this out. So I am going to see if I get another red candle. I can hit the buy button down here. All right. Maybe I missed it. Okay. I think I'm going to want to see like a shift. So they've tapped this. I want to see a shift first. This is the patience thing I'm trying to teach myself, right? And I could be wrong, right? And miss the move altogether. So I want him to shift above here, and then I'll take an order from here. All right. And do I have like a internal shift that would work for me? This is lower. What's the high of this thing? 47.6 and a quarter. What's the high of this? 47.6 and they're about the same. So I'm still not there yet. This is looking like it's turning into support. So let's, okay. And I might just be waiting for perfect. So now we have a bit of a shift here. So maybe my entry will be here. So let's see. And I might miss it or at this right here. So yeah, should have taken it right there. Now we have a shift. I might get another opportunity. So what do you guys think? Should I buy right here? Okay, buying right there. Probably gonna have a red candle, so I bought. Now I'm gonna just illustrate what my stop loss is gonna be down here. My stop loss, and I'm targeting up here. Actually, I'm targeting up here, but let's be conservative and let's try and see if we can get above this guy right here. So let's move it forward. Yeah, I should have waited a little bit, but okay. Looks like, so this is the part that's really frustrating because now we have the shift. I should have waited for this guy for an entry, but I didn't because I'm so I would have gotten a nice entry at the body of this candle instead. Let's see. And now I'm stopped out, so let's flatten that. So I'm down 875. So I'm wrong. Maybe I can adjust this so it doesn't show the price. No labels. I guess I can't. All right. I didn't, so I'm being silly because I missed this. Let's take this off. I missed this area right here, fair value gap. So we had a shift. I can probably take an order from here. Let's see. I'm gonna buy it right here. All right. Because now it's at the order block that I was supposed to be at in the first place. Now my stop loss is under here. Okay, let's see if we can get above it. Okay, so my stop loss is under this red candle. They try to take me out. I mean, I figure like 2 ticks below this is good. So they tried to take me out and didn't. Now we're up. Okay, so they're going up to the midnight opening price. I'm aiming for these equal highs up here for an exit. So let's see. Oh, okay. They took it out. Now, if it was real time, then I would have been able to exit right here when price got up there. Probably would have set a limit order, but this is a test, right? So my thing would have been like here and like 2 ticks up or something like that as a take profit, right? So we would have tapped that. So that would have been a good buy. So let's see what they do. and then they come back down and they do it again. Woof, that's mean. And then they're coming down into my stop. And then, if I was stupid, I would have been stopped out there. But technically, what I was aiming for would have worked. But this is choppy. Look at this. It's just mean, right? Let's just flatten it here. Because my cell actually should be up here because that's what I wanted. But because we're doing like the one candle business, it's kind of hard. All right. Time is it? 8:15? Okay. So let's see. And this is choppy. What time is it now? So we've hit 9:30 is when I would have been able to get out with my limit order. Boom. Because I'm new, so I wouldn't be like pyramided. I would just be like limit order here, right above, right here, like a tick or two above it, and then gotten it. What's the high of this thing? 40.87. Yeah, so I would have gotten it right on the money right there. Nice. So then now I gotta watch and wait, right? Come back into this little guy, and it's all wicking and gross. So we guess gotta move forward. Is there? So this is all kind of gross. So before earlier in the market, this is not bad. They took out what I wanted, trying to be conservative. So from my first entry, which was not the right one, but the second one, I should have been waiting for them to come back. It's a single fair value gap. Of course, they're gonna come back and take it. I'm finding out when it's a single one, they come back and take it. When it's one or two or three, then that becomes like a breakaway or something. So then my buy here, and then my exit here with my stop loss, like right there, a couple ticks underneath it. Can't quite get it perfectly. 17 ticks. I'll take it. It's money, and it's a volatile morning. Now, if I'd woken up early, like say 7 o'clock, right? Like six, if I got up at 6, because I don't mind getting up early to get like the early morning stuff, right? So if I got up at 6 and price was just kind of meandering along sideways in this general area, and then we finally got a shift right here, and you know, then honestly, what would I have done? We had this shift. They haven't. I would have been worried they would come back to this guy. They didn't, not for quite some time. And then once I saw them just sort of meandering around here, then I might have waited for the next shift here, and then tried to wait for something useful. This is all very consolidating, very annoying. I don't like it. But then maybe what I should be thinking about is the fact that they were hanging around at this order block. Look how many times they came back into it. They tapped it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So the fact that they haven't, if we're looking at it, they haven't closed any bodies under, it's just wicking, right? So then understanding this, and then this, and then this, and this, okay, maybe I could have said to myself, maybe, they'll come back into this wick maybe, and halfway through the order block, then I could take it. Could also have done something like this, right? So this is the base of this to the top of this, right there. Just use that one as an anchor. So then, oh my God, perfectly in that optimal trade entry area, right? Like they went up, we passed the 50, you know, it's very choppy in here. I mean, honestly, look at all this weird wicking back and forth. You don't even know what the hell you're doing. But if I'm bullish and they're showing no desire to go any lower with all of these wicks, then maybe I would have felt comfortable taking like an entry since I saw them come all the way down here, like in the middle of this order block, and then put my stop loss below it like that. And then if I was, say, looking for below a couple ticks below that, not a ton, a couple of ticks. So then if I was looking to the left here, then my target would be this order block up here, this fair value gap. And then I could have targeted all the way up to that, and that would have gotten me, really? Only 16? That seems a bit low, right? 16 ticks? Wow. That's really only three? I guess we are on the 1 minute. So if I was going for my 20 tick, five handles. There's also this guy, and then actually I would have aimed for the top of this thing because my side, just tap it, and then I would have gotten 33 in the morning. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And how long would that have taken to get that? 19 minutes. Now, so we had the order block here, and then it's a lot of meandering about. I don't like it a lot. Another potential would be this gap right here for an entry, this void, because you knew they had to come back down into it. So you could have tried for an entry because they had a shift right here. It came down. I'm finding that you want to wait for them to take out the sell side, right? But then they did. They took it out here. There's a void. They came back and filled the void in one direction. Then they came back one more time to clean it up. Could have been a buyer right here too. Like the base of the void, the middle of the void, the top of the void, something like that. And then you could have wrote it up all the way to that. And that would have been a much nicer hit, right? Let's see. It's a feud. And this is just something that's going to happen with time, right? So if I say I wanted an inch from the middle of the void, oh, let's say the bottom, because we feel like they're going to fill it all the way in, right? And then we put our stop loss, because there's an order block right here too. And then we were aiming for the top of this thing right up here. Just this like exact boom right there. 47 ticks. Not bad. With a very small stop loss. Level of risk. And, earlier in the morning, you see the turtle soup, right? Came down, came back up, we took it out. And then discounting all of this other annoyances, we kind of went up, right? It gave us opportunities, a shift here, it broke it, we came back down into this order block right down here, and then you could have gone up, So there's that scenario that played out nicely right there. And then you could have been a buyer at that order block right there, and with a stop loss below there. What would that look like? Not bad, eh? So top of that order block, boom. Let's see, where would that have been filled? Right there? Well, I would be waiting for this shift to happen first. It would have been filled over here, right? Because I'm waiting for that shift. I need them to break down. And then my stop loss would be right below this wick right here. So 4 ticks, right? And then if you're expecting it to go all the way back up here again, bam. 50. Not bad. For what is essentially a volatile day, right? Anyway. So what time is it? 9:46. We've had some success with this guy up here. I couldn't show it with the buy thingy, so whatever. So we're in the 1 minute. I'm still bullish. And we've taken these out. We've dropped down, taken the sell side down here. So I'm going to need another shift to occur. It's all wicky. Ugh, okay. Ugh, this is ugly. Okay. 9:39, so I might wait till like 9:45 to see something. All right, so we've just formed, we've taken these out, and I'm expecting this guy. So we've taken it out. We've got right here and right here, or maybe like consequent encroachment of that, but we have no fair value gaps in here. So I'm not feeling very excited about this. So we're coming back down. Oof, this is soupy. And then we're coming in on this guy. Nice. Still soupy. I don't know how to trade this, so I wouldn't have even bothered. Let's maximize this screen. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, so far I would have expected they've definitely taken out consequent encroachment on that. So that's a good aim. They've taken it. But look at all this wicking. There's nothing for me to do. At least over here it made some kind of sense, right? And even here where I took the order, I was just aiming for this little guy just to see if I could get it. Low hanging fruit. With all this wicking, it's not leaving anything. Okay. So there you go. There it is, taking it. Yeah. Now, if you'd taken this thing and you're expecting it all the way up here, you're holding it, you would have been stopped out, right? Because my stop loss is on here, boom, gone. But from here, again, didn't really give us anything to work with. I wouldn't have known how to trade this. Not a reason why we don't trade these days, but I mean, look how nice they played out. They haven't come, they just tapped this and took off. So then, if I'm being bullish now, maybe this order block here, but there's all this wick for them to mess with too. So maybe this order block or this one. So let me take this off, clean this up a bit. And let's see, do I see an opportunity for potentially like writing the short back down? I don't know. Let's see. So then in that scenario, I'll be looking for this. Oops, come here. Something to tell me that you know, they're, you know, maybe I can mitigate it somewhere along that lines, but I don't know. Okay, so we have something similar. Okay, boom, boom. So let's say I am right, and let's sell right there. Oh, and I would have been aiming for this under here, and it's come back up. So I should have prepped my stuff, right? So here's an option for take profit right there. Nice. Wow, that was pretty quick. And let's set our stop loss because we ended here. I'm not expecting it to come back above here. It could. It's a volatile day. All right. Oops, wrong one. It's a couple of ticks above here. Okay. And then, I mean, I would have gotten it right there. Here's another option, right? And what do you think? Should I flatten it here just so I can see it? But no, let's continue on down because I feel like that was a pretty strong reaction. What time is it? 10:03. Okay. Okay, and now we flatten. Oh, come on. There we are. And now we flatten. Yes. So now we've gotten what we want and we're in the positive. That's a nice thing, right? It won't always work, right? But because then I'm just writing it back down to this area here, and I'm just waiting for them to take this out. But that's not bad. And look, they came back right into there, so could have taken because technically, you could take your order at the mitigation block right here, right? At the base of it, in the middle of it, whatever, right? If you're taking it at the bottom of the block, you would have gotten that. And then you could take your profits down here as it takes this out, because maybe it does. I don't know. Let's take this out since we're done with that move. And let's do this and let's adjust our shorting opportunity. So we did it from here, stop loss up there, and then we're aiming for actually we're aiming for this guy. 46 ticks. It's not bad. If I was doing, and I'm not trying to focus on money, but just to put it in perspective, if I was doing the mini, right? So 46 divided by 4, it's 11.5 times $50. That's 575 right there in that short move. And that only took, would have gotten it right there, 4 minutes with a 8 tick. So that's $100 potential drawdown. I don't know about you, but it's not bad. And that would be well within my risk tolerance. All right, I'm gonna call it a day there because I gotta get started with my day job, the one that pays the bills. But keep practicing. Happy trading. Um, be safe out here. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you feel like it. All right, have a good one. Shakira out.